In my last video, I discussed how the Denver Nuggets fought back after getting bullied, and now after stealing 2 games on the Timberwolves home court, the Nuggets are showing everyone why they are the reigning champs, and that when the going gets tough, well, they can turn it up to a whole nother level. Beating the Wolves by 8 points in Game 4, the Nuggets knocked down 57% of their shots from the field, while sinking 13 of their 29 threes to go 44% from deep, and when getting to the line, they shot 80%, converting on 12 out of their 15 shots. After games 1 and 2, where the Timberwolves came in just doing whatever they wanted by locking up the Nuggets and then taking it to them on the offensive end, the Nuggets have swung the momentum fully, and in basketball, there's some key moments in games that can pretty much tell you the outcome. I want you all to take a look at the time left on the clock as Edwards has the ball. Now, if all of our vision is correct, we can see that it's just short of 11 seconds with 10.8 left in the half. Now, with Ant having the ball, he shouldn't be making any move until about 6 or 7 seconds left on the shot clock, simply because it won't give the team any great chance at getting a look going the other way. But instead of waiting, Ant pushes towards the rack with about 9 seconds, and with Gordon keyed in on Ant waiting for him to change directions, he's able to get a hand in there to disrupt the handle, forcing a turnover, and now MPJ can run out to the other end for a slam. Now, just when you think the bleeding is done, well, the Wolves throw a Hail Mary to McDaniels for a final shot, and ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you hear this one for yourself.
Court length, it's intercepted. Murray good at the goals. Got it! A big time three.
In our beautiful game of basketball, every possession counts, and so does every second on the clock, so you don't want to just give the opposing team chances to put more points on the board. With the Nuggets highly focused and strategically getting into their offense, you would notice their actions being initiated a lot by their 2 big men, so when Gordon is able to get into the paint after taking it at Mike Conley, not only does this attract the attention of 3 Minnesota defenders, he could kick it out to Holiday near the top of the key, who has been scorching hot. He could send it out to the lethal shooter in MPJ as well, but with the defense sleeping and allowing Brown to cut right into the seams, Gordon drops it off to him on the cut, and he's patient enough to not go right up and instead go finish on the other side of the rim. With Gordon being the certified bully for this Nuggets team, the defense will start to load up on him getting ready to help. So as you can see, Kyle Anderson is playing a dangerous game, as any amount of space given to MPJ is lethal. On this backside, Naz Reid is getting in position to help, so this forces Conley to split the ground between Brown and Holiday. So with this slight movement up the sideline from Holiday, it makes for a better angle for Gordon to find him. It also makes it a much further closeout for Conley, and the 3 ball is nothing but net. I'm being serious when I tell you that this offense was dictated off the pace of their bigs, because with Gordon being a threat all night, when he blows by Cat with ease, this makes Reid dig into the tier Aaron from going to the rack. But like I stated, Holiday has been a sniper from downtown, and now you give up yet another wide open look. When your big man can get to the rack or shift the defense, there's many advantages, even down to the slightest ones that people may not notice, as when this double is shown at Jokic, yeah, it does force the ball out of his hands, but now you're leaning into Denver's best ability, which is ball movement, so with a clear look at the basket, well, now you're gonna pay up. When scheming against Jokic, you either want to make him a passer or a scorer, but when your defense has to be ready to rotate when the double is being shown, you can't afford to sleep at any moment allowing a cut to the rim, because now this pulls another guy to stop Murray, leaves open a shooter on the perimeter, and for Jokic, he makes these cross-court passes in his sleep. It's one thing to notice when your guys are open, but it's another thing when you actually manipulate the defense, as when Jokic looks over his shoulder here, he knows that Cat is already coming to help, so by spinning back towards the middle of the paint, this pulls Cat towards him. He looks out towards KCP, which makes Anthony Edwards lunge out that way, and now on the backside, Gordon is wide open as Jokic slips it right to him for the easy dunk. All game, Cat was just helping at times that were unnecessary, as here you have to trust that Rudy can recover on his own and contest the fadeaway, but instead, Cat helps again, just leaving Gordon wide open, and we already know how this ends.
Series of fakes and 3 feet inside.
Now, if me and you know how this ends, I don't know why the opposing team leaves angles for him to thread it to his guys, because all this does is get them in rhythm, allowing easy looks at the rim. This was especially true for Aaron Gordon, as he went 11 for 12 on the game, putting up 27 points, just having his way on the floor. I told you guys in my last video that if Gordon was knocking down these threes, it would be a problem for the defense, and it's for multiple reasons. It's not solely because he'll keep sniping you from deep, but it gives him an extra layer of confidence in his game, so now when the shot clock is winding down, he has no problem fading back over Rudy to knock it down. Guys will start to pick him up high to slow him down, but honestly, it's not the best idea, as this is when Gordon can use his strength and downhill momentum to go right through you for the bucket. And if he gets to switch onto a smaller guy, well, he can get crafty with that spin move when attacking, and it's another bucket inside. I think some people tend to forget that it makes your team 10 times better when your role players get going and not just your stars, because now they are extra engaged in the play. They start to use all their tools and exude confidence on the floor to convert tough buckets. And then at certain times, they start to look unguardable. It's not even just the scoring where Gordon was a plus, because with him initiating the DHO here, it pulls Rudy all the way out the paint as he switches on to KCP. So now when it's sent to Murray for him to run the pick and roll with Jokic, Murray only has one guy to beat, which is Cat off the screen who plays fake defense. And with Rudy too far away, Murray can get this right over to contest for the soft touch off the glass. These empty-sided pick and rolls were a go-to for the Nuggets in Game 3, so now guys would stick with Murray completely at times to force him to pass it, but when he's hot, best believe he's gonna send the shot up. The Nuggets have finally now found their groove as they made switches to how they ran their pick and roll in Game 3, so once Rudy thinks the lob is coming, it's actually a float right over the top. Other times, Jokic would stay put on that 3-point line as Murray attacked, so now with Jokic wide open on the kickout, he can attack down the middle as no one steps up, and as Cat is still sliding when the contact is made, Jokic absorbs it, focuses on the shot, and the and one is made. Cat really struggled guarding any action as Conley is already in position to help here, so by allowing this gap for the pass to be made, it forces Rudy to slide all the way over to potentially stop Jokic from having to look at the basket. So now the swing to the corner is available, Conley must run out, which turns into a touch pass to Brown, and the bucket is straight cash. I truly don't understand what Cat was doing on some of these plays. Like, yeah, you don't want Jokic to be wide open, but why leave Murray wide open for a pull-up here? And once again, if you're this committed to Murray, you need to communicate for a switch because it makes no sense to leave him and go guard Casper, and now the 3-ball has the feel of a dagger. All of these looks give the Nuggets a sense of confidence that is needed when it comes to a playoff atmosphere, and boy oh boy did they have just that. I mean, tough shots were falling for them all night, as when you play solid defense, well, the offense is just better. If you bite on that up fake getting on a trampoline, well, Jokic can now pull it right over the top for the bucket. And with everything going their way, we get to see the rare sighting of Jokic getting off the ground to slam it over the defense, just getting the whole entire team hype. There's simply no other way to put it besides simply saying it was a beatdown. Sure, the Wolves only lost by 8 points, but when you've seen the way the Nuggets were moving, it was with aggression, confidence, and with a different type of swagger. The reigning champs now take the series back to Denver for Game 5 with momentum in their favor, and for the Wolves, they aren't counted out just yet, but with the championship team rolling like this and locked in, it'll be tough to knock them off their game. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.